Okay. So hi, it's Thursday the 22nd of April. Over the next few minutes you'll be watching interviews between all the politicians standing for the opportunity to be elected to become a Member of Parliament for the residents of Leicester West. So could you introduce yourself please?
Hi, I'm Shaun Dyer and I'm standing for the Pirate Party UK.
So let's start looking at things on a large scale. Could you briefly explain what the Robin Hood tax is?
The Robin Hood tax is a tax on financial institutions, and it's a tax on things that don't involve members of the public. It's about 0.05%, I think. And yeah.
So would you support the introduction of the Robin Hood tax?
Definitely, yeah. I think it's about time that the banks who put us into this mess paid some of the thing of getting us out of it.
How would you use the money that would be raised through the Robin Hood tax?
A number of things. Firstly, I'd personally use it to implement the high-speed broadband plan for giving access to everybody to high-speed broadband, because the benefits of the internet are massive. But I also use it for encouraging employment in the local area, because I know that's a particular problem in Leicester West.
Okay. So what is the population of your potential constituency
It's
in
about
Leicester West?
100,000.
And do you know what the unemployment rate was in 2009?
It's just under 14%, I think. It's the fourth highest in the country.
And do you know how this compares to the national average?
Fourth highest in the country. I think it's about double, I think, what the
Okay.
average is.
Do you think that people could use the internet to increase their chances of finding employment?
Definitely. Whenever I've been looking for jobs, the first place to look really has been on the internet. It gives a lot of access to things like CV workshops and that kind of thing, so you can get your CV up to scratch, and it's just good for researching companies as well if you're applying for a job there.
Do you know how many people in Leicester West don't have access to the internet at home?
Don't have access?
Yeah.
It's probably 3/4, I think.
Okay. And do you know how it compares to the national average?
I think Leicester has above average. There's a lot of students and young people in Leicester, so I'd imagine they'd be slightly higher.
So in Leicester West, more people have access to the internet, but the unemployment rate is a lot higher than the national average. Maybe this would be a good idea for computer literacy classes to help people in their search for employment, which leads me on to my next question. Do you know the percentage of people in your potential constituency that have no qualifications?
It's about 40%, I believe.
And do you know how it compares to the national average?
It's a lot higher.
So yeah, the national average is about 16%. How would you seek to improve the education of people in Leicester West?
I think it's important to get engagement in the schools and investment in the schools, especially in teaching, not just to pass tests, but teaching people to actually learn things and getting people interested in learning. And I think it's important as well to reduce class sizes if possible, so that people who are the brighter students can get personal treatment, and the people who are less bright, more troublesome maybe, can get that treatment, so they can concentrate on their grades.
So staying with the theme of education, would you support the application of top-up fees or tuition fees for people at university?
I'm against top-up fees at university. I think students pay enough as it is, especially with the it's like £3,500 or something nowadays, and it means when you come out of university you're in a lot of debt, and it can put off the poorer people going to university.
So on to money and how you would choose to spend it in your election campaign. In the year of the last general election, a Leicester West branch of a certain political party received £22,500 in donations, above its normal average of about £2,000 per year. This year certain groups only have £1,000 to spend on a single candidate, and £500 of that is spent on the candidate's registration fee. What do you think is the right amount to spend on a candidate, and what is your favourite method of communicating with your constituents?
I think anything more than £1,000 really seems unreasonable to me. It gives the other parties an unfair advantage. I mean, I'm going to be spending less than £1,000. I mean, the Pirate Party are trying to raise £10,000 for all 10 of our candidates, and we haven't quite reached that target yet, so go on and donate if you like. But on the contacting people thing, I think it's important to use social media like Twitter and Facebook and things like that, but also the best way really is getting out and talking to people.
Do you have any roles in the community that you ensure have direct contact with members in the community at all? And do you think that age adds experience that is essential to a Member of Parliament?
No, I think that it's more important to have kind of drive and work ethic and an ability to listen, because if you look at the Digital Economy Act, when it was being debated, only 5% of MPs turned up, and they're very experienced MPs down there who just don't seem to be bothering So I mean, it's a bit of youth wouldn't do any harm.
And what do you think is more essential in controlling crime? More police officers walking the streets, or the use of more technology such as the DNA database?
It's definitely more police. We have the largest DNA database in the world, and we catch less criminals than the other ones. And CCTV cameras, for example, have been proven. They help stop your car being nicked, but they don't stop people being stabbed and stuff like that. And
are you a supporter of capital punishment?
No.
And do you think that an immigrant population can contribute towards a stable economy?
Definitely. If people move to this country to work and they've got skills that we need, then it'd be delighted and they help, and it's good to have a nice mix of people in the country.
Okay, thank you very much, and that's the end of the interview. Thank you for taking part.